Yo, they paint him as a savior with a smile on the screen, but power hides deeper than it ever really seems. From Microsoft wars to monopoly schemes, crushing every rival just to dominate dreams. Courtrooms full of lawsuits, governments watching, windows in every home while the profits kept dropping. Built an empire off control and fear. Now the whole damn planet got billionaires steering. Private jets flying while they preach about the climate, telling normal people how the world should be aligned with. Money buys influence, influence buys kings, and the richest man alive pulls invisible strings. Talking about vaccines, global health plans, half the world trusts him, half can't stand the man. People ask questions, they get labeled insane. Truth gets buried underneath media rain. Who really runs the world when the cameras go dark? Who writes the future while they play us like cards? Money over people, power over truth. They say it's for protection, but they profit off the youth. Together we divided while the billionaires feast. Every year the gap grows, never giving us peace. They call it innovation, we call it control. Another rich man trying to own another soul. Yeah, met with Epstein after everybody knew. Still sat at the table like the headlines weren't true. Called it a mistake, said the judgment was bad, but people still wonder what connections they had. Foundation money flowing through the system worldwide. Some call it charity, others say disguise. Because when billionaires fund medicine in schools, who elected them to decide the global rules? Farmers get squeezed while corporations grow. Patents and investments keep the cash flow slow. Tech elites preaching while the workers all drown. Silicon kings wear the digital crown. They wanna fact check every thought in your brain. Algorithms decide what survives in the game. Question authority, they bury your reach. Freedom disappears, one policy each. Who really runs the world when the cameras go dark? Who writes the future while they play us like cards? Money over people, power over truth. They say it's for protection, but they profit off the youth. Together we divided while the billionaires feast. Every year the gap grows, never giving us peace. They call it innovation, we call it control. Another rich man trying to own another soul. I ain't saying every rumor people spread is true, but money plus power got the whole world spooked. When the ultra rich move, governments bend, and the average little person pays again. Now add our rise and surveillance getting smarter. Every generation living slightly harder. Cost of living high while the billionaires climb, and they still tell the poor everything is fine. Media narratives bought and sold daily. People scream corruption, but nobody can save me. Red or blue, left or right, same throne, different face on the screen, but the game still on. Maybe Gates ain't evil like the internet screams, but unchecked power destroys human dreams. And when one man's wealth rivals nations combine, tell me how the hell that's balanced or kind? Who really runs the world when the cameras go dark? Who writes the future while they play us like cards? Money over people, power over truth. They say it's for protection, but they profit off the youth. So stand for each other, don't bow to the crown, cause the people got the power if we tear it all down. No more blind faith in the kings of the screen. We the voice of the broken, unheard and unseen.